Do I have a motion to approve the April 9th minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, cool. I don't know. Public comment? I don't know why that's on the agenda exactly here, but okay. Okay, none? All right. CPAC. So we have in front of us a recommendation to amend the membership requirements, and basically what it would, the way I'm viewing this is that, well, here, you, come on up, Jerry. What- That's why you're here, right?
Yes.
Sorry about that. You can pull it down,
Yeah, basically,
just for the record, say who you are.
I'm Jerry Jameson, the Assistant to the Chief of Police for the City of Asheville, and currently the way that it's written, it calls for the Chief of Police and the Sergeant in Community Relations. What we're asking is that it be the Chief of Police or his designee and a second member designated by the chief. It gives some flexibility, plus the personnel and divisions within the department change. So that way, every time it changes, for instance, there's no community relations department right now. And currently, the chief, with current obligations as interim, is unable to attend. So he has asked one of the captains from the executive team to attend on his stead.
Okay. Has this come before CPAC?
Yes, CPAC is, I wrote this on behalf and with their,
Okay, so
their
CPAC
review. CPAC is requesting
CPAC is
this.
supportive of
The
this.
committee
Oh.
itself, correct.
Okay. Do we have any issues?
I don't have any issues with it. I haven't kept y'all abreast of it, but I don't have any issues.
Okay.
Make the-
So can we just do that here? Or do we need to take it to
It'll
city?
have to be the formal city council.
Okay. So make a motion to suggest.
Okay.
to city council.
Move to adopt the resolution amending the membership of the Citizens Police Advisory Committee as requested,
And to take it to city
and to
council.
take it to City Council.
All right, thank you.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Any opposed? Okay, great.
Thank you.
Jerry. Okay, Civil Service Board appointment. So, Carol Goins she's had her second two-year term that's wrapping up like now. And she's currently the chair. She is interested in continuing, however, we're sort of hard and fast about, they're only supposed to be two-year terms. What I would suggest on this one is, for something as, that requires a lot more expertise than a lot of other boards and commissions, and usually we like to see people who have some legal background, et cetera. This one may be one that we want to look at to kind of have those rules be loosened up a little bit to give council a little bit more discretion to extend those terms. Unfortunately, the term itself is, it's in the legislation that says 2 years, but it doesn't say anything about extending it or anything like that. So what I would propose is that we ask Carol to stay on both as a member but also as chair. We'll go ahead and advertise for it, but then ask our legal department to relook at the rules around appointments and see if we can provide a little more flexibility for that board. If that's okay with you.
So, do you have knowledge of this? So, what I was gonna ask was, you said it doesn't say anything in there where we can extend it, it just says the term
It
is
just
limited
says
to
the term
2
is
years.
2 years.
Just off the top of your head, I know you're gonna research and look at it, but do you believe that we have the ability to extend?
So extending the terms is not necessarily what we're talking about as much as it is allowing somebody to continue to serve for additional terms.
Additional terms, okay.
Sure. There's no limit on the number of terms that somebody can be appointed in the civil service law. It just says that it's 2-year terms. The limitation on letting somebody serve more than
ours.
Yeah, that's your rule. That's a boards and commissions rule. So those you have some flexibility to change around and amend those
Okay,
rules.
so we're just talking about changing our own rules?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
Okay.
So,
Thank
so John, you should probably say your name just for the record. in
John
case-
Maddox, City Attorney's Office.
Thank you. So, again, I think I would just propose that we have Carol continue to serve, which is consistent with, if there's a vacancy or something, they continue to serve until you find a new person to replace. But then in the interim, to have John look at our policy and see if we can work in some more flexibility. Is that okay?
Fine with me.
Okay, I'll call, or Maggie, will you call Carol and just kind of tell her that's the,
I'm sorry, I just need to make sure that I get this straight. We're advertising right now for that seat. So are you saying that do you want to wait until June 11 after that deadline to decide if you want to appoint her as another member or, and then as chair?
it's my understanding her appointment is ending before June 11th.
I think her appointment's ending, or her term will be up, I was told, May 21, I think is what I was told, but I think council was set to look at maybe appointing somebody new to that position at the June 11th
Right.
meeting. I think if you continue to take the applicants, because it has been put out there, if you find an applicant you feel like you want to move forward, you decide not to explore changing around your rules, you can certainly do that. Your council rules do provide, though, for even when a term expires, they continue to serve until
Until
a
they're
new person is
replaced.
selected. So if a new person is not selected, Carol will continue until a new person is selected.
So do they have a meeting scheduled in between time with pertinent business?
I don't think they have one selected.
I think they meet like the first week of the month, and I apologize.
Yeah, but they generally cancel unless they have a hearing, and I don't think they have a hearing until July.
So there's a possibility they might not even have any pertinent business in between
They,
this time?
they might, the board itself meeting might not have any pertinent business, but she's the chair, and the
Right.
chair does exercise some functions related to scheduling of grievance hearings and making some decisions on preliminary motions.
Okay.
And I do know that there are a few of those out there that I think maybe the board's attorney was going to be talking with Carol about. So she might have some work to do in the interim.
So if you'd like for me to contact her and ask if she'll continue to serve
Right.
until her replacement is appointed?
Right.
And then council will make that determination on June 11th if you're going to extend her term another 2-year terms, and one of those, either 1-year term in there? Is that what we're still?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
general idea.
Or to revise the council rules to allow her to be appointed to additional terms,
Right.
is what you're contemplating.
Okay. And will that be ready by June 11th?
That should be.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I think this committee would vote on it, then council would vote on it. So it'd be whenever this committee meets next. We've had that ready.
We can meet on June 11th during the day.
Right.
And we could, because of the timing, we could just do it at the same meeting.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
That sounds perfect.
Okay,
Thank-
thank you. Okay, so the CPAC, so the vacancy is for the Housing Authority representative. The issue, I mean, Robert Hooper's qualifications seem good. Unfortunately, he lives in Hendersonville. But
But this is somebody who works for the housing authority.
yeah, it's somebody who works for the Housing Authority, and it is the person that they've put forward. So I would feel comfortable going ahead and asking council to appoint him, even though he doesn't live in Hendersonville, because of, it's a unique position. You
I'm fine with that.
you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Homeless Initiative Advisory Committee. So you see here what
Parker
the
Smith.
recommendation is, and, we generally try to, especially for this committee, because it's also requires some pretty strong expertise. Parker is an attorney at Pisgah Legal, so helps with, these issues, I think, just in the work day to day. Are you supportive of
I'm okay
Parker
with
or
Parker.
somebody else?
Aren't, isn't this your
Is
your
it
area, Brian?
Yes.
You okay with Parker?
On this particular seat, I think that's, I'd go with the recommendation.
Okay, great. All right. So Parker Smith and Robert Hooper. Okay, and human relations. So you see the recommendation from the chair and then staff. I mean, I think there's a couple issues. With Michael Hayes, he is already a member of CPAC. So we'd have to juggle that around. And we looked at his attendance. And Maggie, can you report on that, please?
His attendance on CPAC is 30%.
So that's probably not great in general.
Now, is the staff recommendation, that's the staff liaison?
No, I think that's the health. Who,
That's Kimberly, right?
is that Kimberly?
I apologize,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I think so.
that's our staff liaison. So that's what I would assume the staff
Right.
recommendation is. I would be interested to, I haven't spoken with Kimberly about the recommendation. I like Michael. I don't know if everybody else knows about the attendance at
Right.
the other meetings, but.
I mean, I kind of liked Ivan Melchor. You know, we haven't completely filled out our suggestion for Latino or Latinx. You know, where one and a half people is how they articulate that. And so Ivan is Latinx and a student, so kind of fits too. So I was thinking about going with recommending Ivan.
Now, this is the second time that has Michael actively applied twice, or has he just been passed up once? Because that would be interesting to me. I haven't spoken with him.
The Human Relations Commission?
Yeah, because he came up for the last one that we did, and we appointed some other folks. And I didn't know if he just came up because his application was in the queue, or was it because he actively sought the position
His
again?
application is way back in May of 2008.
Oh, so he
So
didn't
it's not-
reapply,
No, he didn't reapply.
but it still is active.
Yeah.
So it was just in the queue, pretty
Mhm.
much.
It will rotate off this month. And probably it's active because he was appointed to CPAC and we just left him on the HRC.
All right.
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with Ivan. I'm okay with Ivan.
I mean,
We still, plus HRCA still has some vacancies that need to be filled, and so.
Are we
So we would-
advertising?
We only have, how many vacancies do we have now for
See,
HRCA?
it didn't indicate,
We're not at full capacity.
we had those one or two extra, right? But I thought we appointed
I
those.
didn't think we were at full capacity yet.
we will, in the future, have an opportunity to offer the position to Michael Hayes, and maybe we could get you could tell us why.
I swear there's at least
In the meeting.
one other out there.
I
It
think-
looks like there's several still vacancies
Yeah.
on HRCA.
Yeah. So I'm okay with Ivan, and that group is still working pretty well.
Okay,
Whether the HRCA has requested us to fill those is another thing.
right, okay, maybe we can follow up with them and figure out. Okay, all right,
And they may have a vacancy getting ready to come open, because there's one member who is possibly gonna be moving out of the area, doing some classwork across the country.
okay. Well, and then, wasn't this one of the boards that we appointed
All
a
those
couple
one-year
people
terms.
1 year and then 2 years so that we could get it started? Yeah. So we'll be looking at probably quite a few coming up, because aren't we at about a year?
We're about, they're
Maybe
coming up
September?
for a year, and
June
they
18th.
could ask for reappointment as well.
Right, so we'll be looking at a lot of,
And I think I need to bring that up at our next meeting, that a few of them have mentioned that 1-year term period, but I need to let them know that if you're still interested, you can apply for reappointment.
We have several coming up next month.
right,
And so you'll be voting on those in 2 months.
okay. Okay, great. I do not believe we have any old business. Just a reminder that annual chair luncheon is June 11th. So if you can come, that'd be great. And then we've got public comment. Otherwise, we are adjourned. I don't think Brenda's turned it off yet.
Maggie, what's the time tonight? What do you think?
9:45.